friends, welcome to my channel Coding with HTML and welcome to the series Vue 3 for Beginner from scratch, where we are building the inventory management UI frontend uh, with the API. We already developed the API for the inventory management API. So we already have those APIs which will integrate in our Vue 3 frontend. So you can check the playlist of this backend development along with the deployment in render with the database and the Redis setup in the top right corner. And in the previous video we designed this form, login form, using the Bootstrap 4 and the Vue 3, so you can also check this out. So today we are going to integrate the login API in this Vue 3 frontend. So it will be like this. If you click on the login, if the user is legitimate or the user is the valid, then you will get this, you get the alert like the login successful will come back. And if you put the wrong email ID like the customer at their gmail.com, you will get the alert like the login failed. So let's get started. Here we need the Axios package along with the Vue Axios plugin for the HTTP request. So first we will install the Axios and the Vue Axios. It's successfully installed here. Now we'll go to the main.js file where we'll import the Axios and the Vue Axios, and we'll set up the request and the response HTTP interceptor. Here I will use the GitHub Copilot to write code for me. So here I use the Axios along with the Vue Axios plugins for the HTTP request, and here Axios is configured with the default base URL. You can see api.example.com. I will show you the inventory management application on the backend, which is already developed and hosted in the render.com. So you can check the playlist where I developed this backend and also hosted in the render.com. You can see the Swagger documentation here. So you can check this video. You will get the playlist link in the top right corner. Now you integrate those APIs in our Vue 3 UI or the front end, whatever we are developing. So here if you see, we have this route /hot/login, and we have some users there. So I can show you one valid user, customer@gmail.com with password, is password. And if I hit the URL, and you can see here it's the status success and the login successful, and we can integrate this API. The base API here is this one /API/v1 will be there. Now I'll go here and I'll put this thing. So this ensures that the all APIs calls made using the Axios will be prefixed with this base URL, and additionally we have to add the set the content type header. That's JSON. So for this, it will ensure that the all request and response will be in the JSON format. Now, if I go to this request interceptor, it's runs before every HTTP request and checks if a token is stored in the browser local storage, and it adds the authorization header with the token, the bearer token we will use, and we'll have the response interceptor, which is configured to handle error. If we have the 401 unauthorized error, it will redirect to the login page. So now we will start the server, and in the previous video we already designed the login page, and we will integrate this API, the login API, in this page. So let's run the server. npm run service the command. So here it's built. Now we'll open. So here we have the workspace, and we have the route for the /login for the login page. We already developed the form validation, the form with the form validation. If I put an empty and submit here, please fill in this field. And here if you see, so we have this, and if everything is fine, then we can call this API. I will use the HTTP here. So this dot dollar HTTP dot post email and the password. Let me check the Swagger UI. Here we have to pass the email and the password, and it will console log the login successful with the response data. So let's see. So I'll open the developer console here. So I'll go to more tools, and here we have the developer tools. Show you the network. So in the network, so we don't have, so in the network we don't have anything. Let's hit this, and you can see here is the login, and we have the, let's call this post. And if we check the response status error, user not found, this user is not present. So let's use the valid user, like the customer at the gmail.com, the password, and login. Now we can see we have the status successful, login successful, and we have the token. And if I check the console, we have the message that the login successful, and we have the token. Now on the successful login, we have to provide the alert. So I will use the Vue Sweet Alert package for this. So here we have this Vue Sweet Alert 2. Let me check the documentation here. So it will be like this, success. So let's install it in our project. So I'll go here and I'll install it. And in Vue 3, we have to apply like this way. I will go to the main.js and here first I will import this. So next I will use in the app.use. So app.use Vue Sweet Alert 2. And next you have to apply this way. So here I will use get the login successful. Now let's try it. So you can see it's login successful and we'll come back. Now I'll implement same for the error here. So if there is any error, login failed and error. So let's try this thing. So let me put the wrong email here, and here you can see login failed. Please check your credentials and try again. So it's working. The API integrations along with the alert. So that is it for the today's video. In the next video, we'll learn the state management. We'll use the token and we'll store in our local storage, and we'll use this token to the further APIs. We will integrate the further APIs like we have here. The products, the create products, purchase order, sell orders, those pages we'll design, and we'll use the token on those APIs by using the state management. So stick with this series and we'll learn lots of things in the Vue 3 project. And don't forget to like and share the video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.